Hello my beautiful people. So as many of you know, especially those of you that get my daily email, I am currently a little bit out of action. I'm okay, don't worry, I'm completely healthy, there's nothing crazy going on, but I am going to be out of action, so using the board and stuff is not really, it's not in my capabilities at the moment. So apologies for the way that the reading is. I know it's something completely different, and you guys know that I love to be on camera, I love to be there with you. It's just not possible for me at this moment in time. I need to honour my body, and obviously I need to look after myself so that I can be well and ready to get back in front of you guys as of next week. But that said, I didn't want to leave you guys high and dry. You know, we're a community. I'm here to serve humanity in any way, shape or form that I possibly can. And I just wanted you guys to know that, you know, regardless of what's going on with me, I still love, honour and cherish each and every one of you. Thank you for being a part of the Radiant Reality community. So with that said, before I go into any of the cards and the readings for the week ahead, what I would like to do is invite all of you to take a moment. This is a really scary time for everybody, and I know there's a lot of people really feeling the fear. I know there are a lot of people that are sad, scared, afraid. I know a lot of people are feeling very uncertain at the moment. I'm seeing this a lot in my work. We're seeing it a lot across the wider world stage. So I don't want to feed into that. You guys know me. I tend to steer clear of it. So what I would like to do right now is to lead some form of observance and prayer for all of us. I'd like you just to take a moment to settle yourself. Take 3 beautiful, deep, healing breaths. Move yourself into a state of pure relaxation. Sink beneath the now and allow yourself to drift into that wonderful state of relaxation, calm and peace. And as you move into that space, I want you to focus on the power and the energy of your heart, the power of pure love. I want you to allow that feeling to radiate out of you. Times that feeling by 10, times that feeling by 10 again, until it's washing all over you with its beautiful, pure healing light. And I call out to the universe so that all people in all places, in all times, no matter where they are across the globe at this moment, know that they are loved, held, cared for, that all of us pray for healing and peace across the world, that each and every single person deserves to wake up every morning knowing that they are safe, loved and cared about. I send love and energy and positive vibes and healing to the earth itself, and to all of the animals, and especially to all of the people of the human race at the moment. And instead of focusing on the things that keep us separate, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge and observe the love, the kinship, the beauty and the power that there is in connection, the power that there is when we stand together, and ultimately the power that there is in just the pure connection of one human being caring for another. Thank you for taking this time with me, and yeah, let's go into it. So before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us all on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So this week, let's have a look, see what is the destiny card, and it's just jumped straight out, so as they do. Ooh. So we have the Tower card and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Right, so really interesting set of cards for right now. The Tower card obviously tells us straight away that this is what we're experiencing right now. Massive change, huge upheaval. This is a lot of what's taking place right now. You know, the interesting thing about the Tower card coming up means that there is going to be, all of this is going to come to a head very quickly, certainly over the course of the next week. What I will say is, on the ground, on a personal level, it does look like we're all facing or experiencing some sort of upheaval or some sort of, some sort of sudden change. There's a change in the way that we need to approach things, but also probably a change in the way that we're going to approach things. Now, what this also tells me, because it's Uranus ruled, it also tells me that this is very much about looking at things from a different space or a different mindset. And what I kind of feel is that this week there's either going to be some sort of news about a cure for obviously what's taking place in the world, or some sort of news about how some form of new technology is able to assist in this problem or this issue that we're currently facing. Now, on a ground level, on a personal level, on the day-to-day, this could be about huge changes that you're making. For some people, this is about a change of job. You'll be looking at the way that you're doing things, or ultimately deciding that, you know what, this has given me enough of an impetus or enough of an understanding of how to move forward in a way that feels actually true to me. Now, your Tower card can often be liberation, it can be freedom, sometimes it can be big, huge realizations. And I feel like this is, you know, because you've got the Wheel of Fortune here as well. The Wheel of Fortune is, luck, it's abundance, but it's also being in the right place at the right time. It's the synchronicities that shape up in our lives. And the fact that we've got the Wheel of Fortune here, there is an opportunity right now for everybody across the board to really ask themselves, what matters to me now? What is it that I really feel like resonates with me? Where is it that I truly, genuinely feel like I am being pulled? Where do I make an impact in the world? Where do I affect change in the world in a way that truly feels meaningful to who I am, in a way that really resonates with what I feel I'm about? You know, this is really big question time for all of us in some way, shape or form. So really powerful and really beautiful. So big realization about the opportunities that are being presented now. And I feel like a lot of people this week are really going to settle down and say, you know what actually matters to me? What is it that I really feel is going to be the best use of my time? What is going to be the best use of the life that I have left? You know, be it 10 days to 10, you know, to 100 years, whatever it is. You know, not to be morbid, I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying, I think this is a critical moment. It's a critical juncture. I think this week, a lot of big decisions are going to be made by a lot of people. And I kind of feel like a lot of them are saying, you know what? This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to slow down. It's an opportunity to ask myself, what is important to me now? And where is it that I really feel that I am being drawn, that I am being pulled to? Or ultimately, what is it that really does resonate with me now and feels like the direction that I should be going in? There's going to be something about this week, you know, with a lot of people making a lot of big decisions on a personal level that will ultimately be freeing. And a lot of the stuff that is set in motion, the Wheel of Fortune, a lot of the stuff that is set in motion this week is going to have far-reaching ripples. I will definitely say that when it comes to the world climate in terms of finances and monies, there are more developments to come. I'm not a financial advisor or a medical advisor, so I can't give you that kind of advice. But with these cards, just as the Destiny cards, this is not a week to start pulling out of things willy-nilly. If you have investments, this is a time for you to really start asking yourself, how much can I be in this for the long haul? You know, and ultimately, what kind of nerve do I really have? So for the direction card, let's give it some context. Let's see what this feels like, or what it shapes up as, or what it offers us in some way, shape or form. All right. This week we get the 5 of Wands. So I mean, yeah, for sure. This is exactly it, right? Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a rough idea of how it might be going. Your Five of Wands tends to be things like competition. Sometimes it can be lots of people talking at once. In relation to the Destiny card, I really feel like this is going to be a great week to pull together with your own people, whether that is your personal family tribe, whether it is your whether it's your wider circle of friends. This is a week really to find what connections really matter to you. You know, aside from everything else that's going on in the world, this is a week where people are really going to start to connect with what and who actually resonates with them. This is a week where people are going to be asking, are these my people? Is this my tribe? Is this my group? Is this the is this the alignment of, is this the alignment of people that I'm in? Is this my soul group? Is this my tribe? Are these my people? Effectively, this is the big question. And as a direction card, your Five of Wands is, for me, your Five of Wands is saying, yes, this is a week to connect, but it's a week to really consider who and what you're connecting to, whether this is across social media, the Tower card, Uranus, so technology, all the rest of it, whether this is across social media, whether this is in your work, whether this is in your long-term goals and opportunities that you have right now. This is really asking you to ask the question, what is it that resonates, and is this really who I am? Is this really what I'm about? In Greek, part of my heritage, one of the sayings that we have is "Πες μου ποιος είναι το φίλι σου και να μου πεις ποιος είσαι," which means tell me who your friends are and I will tell you who you are. This is a week where I think a lot of people are going to really be discovering this, for figuring out who friends are, who, what their differences are, and ultimately what that actually means for the long run. And that sort of leaves a big question, in one respect, I feel like this is going to be a really great week for connecting with your people. In another, I think it's going to really highlight who aren't your people. In times like this, in times of crisis, this is where you get to see what people truly are made of. It's, as the saying goes, when people show you who they are, believe them. And that's not I'm not condemning anybody, I'm not judging anybody, not at all. I just feel like it's almost uncanny how, this whole thing, it feels, especially with these cards, like we're being given an opportunity this week to really unpack what our connections look like, what they actually say about us. This could be your friends, it could be your lover, it could be your family, it could be your work group, it could be your colleagues, it can be, peers that you go to the gym with. In the other thing as well, because you've got the Five of Wands and you've also got the Wheel of Fortune, this would be a really good week to find some sort of physical outlet for how you feel. It doesn't have to be going to the gym. It doesn't have to be going jogging. A lot of people are afraid to do those things at the moment. This could be some sort of home-based exercise. It could be, maybe doing weights, run up the stairs 10 times, run up and down the stairs 10 times. It's completely up to you, but do find a physical outlet to release some of the energy or the tension that may be building up within you at this moment in time. So for the Insight card, we have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is really, for me, this is basically saying the spirit of kindness is actually going to win out. But what it's going to really do is highlight how we actually feel. This is asking you to get comfortable with that, to be okay with what you feel, not to judge it, not to condemn it, not to do any of that, but just literally observe it. Sometimes when you see the Page of Cups as well, you see that, what's the word? You see that sometimes there's a feeling of a hole. Sometimes there's a feeling that something is missing, or maybe there's a piece that's not quite, where it should be or sitting right. And what it invites you to do is just observe that feeling, not to fill it with everything and anything that you possibly can. Just to really observe how you feel, what you feel, and how you feel about that. There's so much power in just being the observer. And I think this is going to be one of those weeks where we could really do with a lot of that. Now, One thing that is coming to me as well, because your Page of Cups can sometimes just be an animal. I feel like, because you've got the Tower card there, the Wheel of Fortune, some sort of spontaneous finding, some sort of, you know, this has just come to light about such and such and such. And I wonder this week if we're going to have some sort of, there may be some link between animals and the current climate sort of discovered. I feel like this may come up. It may very well affect the agricultural communities, you know, or the farming communities, certainly those who have animals, etc. So, you know, cows, cattle, you know, chickens, all the rest of it. Now, I can't give you an exact animal, but it does for me feel like there may be some sort of link that's discovered this week between our animal brethren and the you know, the current climate that we're facing and the whole C19 thing. So it's a really interesting set of cards. It's a really interesting set of energies. I'm gonna pull some more here because I'm kind of, I feel like I'm in it now, you know, I'm in the stream or the flow of it. So I just want to have a look at this, and you guys know me, I'm not about fear mongering and scare tactics. I just give it to you straight, you know, and with whatever comes up. Now, that's not to say that this, you know, bodes ill or anything for the animals. I just feel like there's going to be some link that's discovered. This could be a cure that's discovered because of some form of animal, or some animal seems to be immune to it. But it could equally be something that, you know, comes forward to say this is how we think the whole thing has come about. So as a path forward, we've got the Four of Swords. Take rest this week. Really take rest this week, and, you know, switch off the TV, put down your phone, don't get so much into it. And I think this is a big part of it, you know, it all kind of feeds into itself sometimes. The Empress, or the Earth Mother in this deck, that's beautiful, you know. I've said it before. If you get my daily email, you know I will have said this to you. This is a time for us to really think about ways that we can connect to nature. Go out into the sunlight, maybe go and walk amongst the trees, go and put your toes in the grass. Yes, I know it's cold, but, you know, if you live near the beach, go and put your toes in the sand even. But connect to nature this week, because it will help. Yeah, look, you know, this harmonious connection in the people that are your people, discovering what that means to you now. The Ace of Wands, this is, for me, the message about this is very, very clear. Be conscious about what you are sharing. Right, this is a time for you to be really conscious about what you are sharing. Are you adding value to the world, or are you feeding into the, you know, all of the stuff that's not good for us? This is, you know, this is about making a decision. You can either be wholesome, caring, and supportive. And if you can't be that, then just don't say anything, but really do think about what you're putting out into the world at this moment in time. When it comes to your writing, when it comes to your speaking, when it comes to your connecting. For those of you that have children, this is a week to really think about connecting with them, finding ways to connect with them that go beyond the technical or the technological. This is going to be really important. Then we've got the Four of Pentacles. Now, isn't that interesting? Because we started with the Four of Swords. Now, although earth, air and earth are different elements, this kind of says to me that all of the stuff that's going on with the finances and stuff, we're reaching what's considered effectively a new beginning. There is going to be some sort of mass or grand reset when it comes to the money, when it comes to the finances, when it comes to what is truly valued, what is going to be of value from here on in. I feel like this week's going to be quite pivotal. And it's weird because what I'm seeing is a sand clock, but it's not the sand clock. So we're not talking about time. That's not the message. The message is how something's going to invert. So, you know, what was maybe considered not so valuable once upon a time will be valuable, and what was considered really valuable at the, you know, maybe up until recently is no longer going to be as valuable. There's something here that kind of feels to me like there's this switch that happens. There's going to be this inversion of what things are, you know, kind of coming through. Now, with your Ace of Wands right next to your Four of Pentacles, there's definitely a new beginning when it comes to finances. This is a time for you all, for all of us in some way, shape or form, to really consider what is important to us. And when it comes to, you know, health, money, materials, you know, because for me, money and materials is your money and your materials, you know, your physical body, your physical home. It looks to me like that's where a lot of people are going to start investing their time, their money, their effort, their energy is going to be more in homes, properties, and places that are secure, tangible and concrete from here on in. So I'm going to pull just one card to see what the overall energy is. The Seven of Swords, isn't that interesting? This is obviously serious, it's obviously out there. Don't let anything or anyone convince you that acting out of integrity is the best way forward. We are here and we're built for love. I truly, truly believe that, and we're built for connection. To cross or aid that, look at that, your Page of Cups again. So something about the animal kingdom comes up this week. I'm not entirely sure what, to be honest with you, but I will say that as it comes over the Seven of Swords, this is one of those times that you shouldn't let people try to mansplain anything away. Use your own heart, use your own mind to be discerning about things, do what feels right to you. But yeah, my biggest encouragement, unless the content that you're consuming is wholesome, warm, protective, you know, beneficial, stay away from it. That is my biggest piece of advice. So that is your weekly general. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's very different to what I usually do, and you guys know me, I don't usually talk about such topics, but I felt like it was really important. And as I said, although I'm on the mend and gonna be for a while, I felt like it was important to put something out there at least. And I truly hope this has helped. And yeah, I offer my love and my gratitude for each and every one of you that are a part of Radiant Reality. Thank you for your patience, and hopefully I will be back with your usual forecasts and my trusty board once more. All right. I wish you all an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. And remember, you know, whoever they are, whatever you perceive them to be, whether it's the media, whether it's big pharma, don't let them lie to you, you know. And I'm not saying that this isn't real. I totally believe that it is, and I know that everybody's scared for good reason, but don't let them control how you view things and how you connect with people or the land or nature. If the sun is shining, go and see it. Let it touch your face. If you are able to get outside and walk around, put your feet on the bare earth or in the grass, in the sand, whatever it is, I promise you it will recharge and refresh you. All right, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.